And I went through the fence and Grandpa laughed and had the best time. It was just wonderful to have a grandson there to see flooded by sheep through the fence. But I learned something from it. Mother, grandmother, she was different. She would come up and pull down the covers, hold the lamp up and say, go down and wash your feet. Now there's nothing so disconcerting as going down in the middle of the night, you thought, and pump up ice cold water out of a well and wash your feet. And you do that twice and you wash before you go to bed, and the one that you're going to say, okay. You learn from your mistakes. You learn not to do. My mother and father invited my school teacher to visit us. And we had a little contraption where you put a postcard in upside down, then it was short right side up. Motion pictures were not in then. I'm old. And I sat there and I was so excited, I got the tune on the electrical line. Did you ever know how much excitement is in an electric wire when you chew it? It's like kissing a spark plug with the engine running. Wham! But my teacher was so concerned about me, she put her around and around and saw me and said, bless your heart, Bob. I'm so glad your mother and father had me to suffer. And I felt all right because at that time, I tried to figure out how long it would take for me to get old enough and she got young enough for us to get married, because little boys have thoughts that will amaze you at times. And seeing that you're encompassed about by so great a God, my father said, before you marry the girl, look at her mother. That's about what she will look like at the same age. If you can't stand her now, don't marry her daughter ever. If you marry a girl who's a wedge in a wedge, marry a girl who is athletically inclined, because she will make life interesting for any children that you have. And I married the center of Charleston High's basketball team, a girl who got her American Red Cross life-saving badge. She was an outstanding Girl Scout. She was active in the church. She played the piano for everything. She never got to dance because she had to pay for everybody else to work that day. And when I got to know her, I said, this is the girl for me. And I think that when I made my decision, that crowd of witnesses that so close to me, those that love me and remember me and are interested in me, said, good work for us. Keep up with the people that are keeping up with you, for they will be a part of your life, and run with patience. Many times you get in such a hurry. 2 years of college, I went to ministry, and they gave me a little church in Springdale, Arkansas. I was happy with the church, but I was miserable at the University of Arkansas. They made fun of me in Methodist ministry. I was just a kid. And they like to make jokes. Now, a college professor that makes jokes doesn't give you the privilege to make jokes with them. It's a one-way street. They embarrass you. You do not embarrass them. So I left school. I went back with my uncle in evangelistic work, and we came to Charleston. A year later, we came back to Charleston, and I'd fallen in love with West Virginia. And suddenly, I was at home. And so I stayed and became a part of West Virginia and attended West Virginia Wesleyan. Oh, what a time we're having up there now. They can't get enough nurses. If you girls want a steady play, steady pay, and good future, and people knocking on your door saying, come with me, we need you. Nursing is a deal. Incidentally, more doctors marry nurses than So that's a good way to make the trap for a doctor so you don't have to pay the horrible bills the doctors charge. It works out beautifully. And run with patience the race that is set before you. I hope that all of you have made the decision to let God rule your life. All you have to do is, I was watching television this week. There was a program out of a woman's in prison, and alcohol, prostitution, dope addiction, put them there. And it seems like everyone has 1, 2, or 3 children. Imagine raising a family while in prison, parceling your children out because you have failed them. Oh, what a tragedy it is to be involved with alcohol, loose living, and those things that discredit your character. To be able to say, I will not do anything that will smirch my character, dull my brain, or cut my future. For I am determined that whatever God has for me, I'm going to get it. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Along the line, I may hear from you. I was down South Charleston one time and talking very much like this. I didn't know I had reached someone, but the next year I was back again. The girl came up and she said, Dr. Culpepper, when you were here last year, I was going to quit. And you made me ashamed to quit, and I stayed. Since then, I have given my heart and life to Jesus Christ, and I'm going into the mission field.